Here's what makes the AWS AI Practitioner exam tricky. Every question has 4 answers that all look architecturally reasonable. The one you pick comes down to whether you know the actual Bedrock feature names. Guardrails versus Comprehend. Knowledge Bases versus Kendra. Prompt Management versus S3 plus tags. Today, 10 more real exam-style questions. At least 2 of these will catch you off guard. Let's find out which ones. Welcome to PrepMyCert. This is Volume 2 of the AWS Certified AI Practitioner Certification. 10 new questions. 10 more chances to test yourself before the real thing. Let's go. Starting with Bedrock Governance. Long question, but the trick is recognizing which features are purpose-built. A financial services company runs a Bedrock customer service assistant. They need hallucination detection, content safety, audit trails, real-time drift monitoring, and compliance dashboard integration with low operational overhead. Which combination fits? B. Bedrock Guardrails for content safety, toxicity, denied topics, PI. Bedrock Model Evaluation for hallucination scoring, purpose-built. DynamoDB with TTL is cheap audit storage. CloudWatch custom metrics plug into any compliance dashboard. SageMaker Model Monitor is for traditional ML drift, not foundation model behavior. WF can't see the semantic content. The Agents plus OpenSearch plus QuickSight stack works, but adds cluster management overhead. And Lambda-based prompt validation reinvents what Guardrails already ships. Next, prompt governance at scale. A media company managing hundreds of templates across teams and regions. A media company manages hundreds of Bedrock prompt templates used by multiple teams across multiple regions. They need version control, approval workflows with notifications, audit trails, and parameterized templates. What's the right Bedrock feature? B. Bedrock Prompt Management. It's purpose-built, native version control, parameterized templates, IAM-controlled access for approvals, cloud trail integration for audit. S3 plus tags is duct tape that breaks at the hundreds of template scale. SageMaker Canvas is a no-code ML model builder, completely the wrong service. And Bedrock Studio templates plus custom Lambda enforcers re-implements features prompt management already provides for free. Defense in depth against prompt injection. 2 of the 4 answers mention guardrails, but only one says it correctly. A Bedrock customer-facing assistant must block sophisticated prompt injection attacks with defense in depth, log every safety intervention, and support cross-region failover. Which solution fits? B. Guardrails with content filters at high are the primary defense against prompt injection. The cross-region failover mechanism is called the guardrail profile. That's the documented feature, not replication. CloudWatch logs with custom metrics captures the intervention detail you need for compliance. WF can inspect prompt semantics. Comprehend isn't a real-time guardrail. Option D sounds plausible but invents a feature called cross-region guardrail replication that doesn't exist. Word filters alone won't stop sophisticated injection. Now the question I teased. RAG quality on medical documents. A medical RAG application uses OpenSearch vector search. Users complain about misses on exact medical terms and acronyms, plus too many semantically similar but irrelevant results. Latency must stay low even as documents grow to millions. What's the lowest overhead fix? C. Hybrid search. It's OpenSearch's built-in combination of dense vector search and sparse keyword search. Exact medical terms and acronyms get matched lexically, while Semantics handles paraphrases. No new services, no new clusters, one feature flag. Increasing embedding dimensions from 384 to 1536 raises both cost and latency without solving the keyword miss problem. A two-stage re-ranker on SageMaker adds an entire model serving stack. Migrating from OpenSearch to Kendra is a forklift with re-indexing costs. Multi-tenant architecture. Each hotel needs isolation. 3 options put everyone in the same room, only one actually separates them. A hotel chain wants to give staff room availability info and hotel-specific details via Bedrock Knowledge Bases. Each hotel needs its own access controls, near real-time room availability, and consistent peak performance. Which architecture? C. One knowledge base per hotel in a multi-account structure. Separate accounts means separate IAM, separate quotas, separate billing. That's real isolation, not just policy isolation. Direct data ingestion gives you near real-time freshness for room availability, with scheduled sync for static info. Funneling everything into a central knowledge base creates a noisy neighbor problem at peak. Multiple KBs behind one agent still shares blast radius. And a single shared KB with CloudTrail filters provides logging, not actual separation. Cost optimization. 70% simple questions, 30% complex. There's a one-feature answer. A retail customer service AI handles 2 types of questions: 70% simple product queries, 30% complex return policy reasoning. You want cost-effective routing between models with the least implementation effort. What do you use? A. Bedrock Intelligent Prompt Routing. It's a managed feature that analyzes each inquiry and picks the best model in the same family. No classifier to build, no router code to maintain. The multi-stage approach works, but you build and maintain the classifier model plus the Lambda routing logic plus the routing prompts. A single mid-sized model on every request wastes money on the simple 70%. Keyword rules are brittle. The word return shows up in plenty of simple product questions too. Guardrails configuration, and the trap here is that 2 of the wrong options sound more thorough. A financial services AI must never discuss investment advice, must block harmful content, mask PI in responses, but block PI in inputs, and keep audit trails with minimal false positives. What guardrail configuration? A. 1 guardrail. Content filters at medium minimize false positives compared to high. The denied topic feature with sample phrases catches investment advice questions specifically. That's literally its job. Sensitive information filters support different actions per entity, mask in responses, block on inputs. Custom blocked messages double as audit signals. Tiered multi-guardrail strategies multiply your management surface area for no benefit. All high filters create false positives. And chaining guardrails with step functions adds latency and orchestration cost. Conversational state for a customer support app. Standard versus Express, and there's a specific step functions feature that makes the difference. A Bedrock customer support app needs multi-turn conversational context, clarification workflows for ambiguous queries, encrypted conversation storage for personalization, and high concurrency with low latency. Which solution? D. Step functions standard workflow with wait for callback. Express workflows have a 5-minute hard limit, no good for human-paced clarification. Standard workflows can pause indefinitely waiting for the callback token to return. DynamoDB on-demand autoscales with concurrency and gives you server-side encryption for free. Elasticache Redis loses data on cluster restart unless you turn on persistence. Per interaction S3 files create a put-object latency tax on every turn. RDS with session ID scales worse than DynamoDB for unbounded concurrent users. Observability for Bedrock token spikes. Static thresholds will not survive variable traffic. You need adaptive alarming. A Bedrock app with multiple custom tool integrations sees unexpected token spikes despite stable traffic. You need to monitor input token count and output token count per tool, detect anomalies, and auto-adjust thresholds. Which solution? The CloudWatch logs captures invocation logs. Metric filters extract per tool token counts into custom metrics. CloudWatch anomaly detection alarms learn the baseline for each metric and adjust automatically as patterns change. Storing logs in S3 with Lambda processing plus manual threshold updates isn't automatic, you're the threshold tuner. Glue plus Athena is great for ad hoc analysis, but it doesn't alert in real time. Static alarm thresholds are exactly what the question said wasn't enough. Last one. Resilience at peak for Bedrock with streaming. Adaptive is the keyword. A Bedrock app sees intermittent timeouts at peak, with broken response chunks and FM invocation failures. You need an automatic retry strategy that adapts to service availability, supports streaming, and is token-aware. What do you implement? A. Adaptive retry with exponential backoff plus jitter, plus a circuit breaker pattern. Adaptive means the backoff adjusts based on observed error rates. That's what adapts to service availability demands. Jitter spreads out the retry storms. The circuit breaker stops compounding failures during outages. For streaming, buffering received chunks and resuming from the last one avoids restarting an entire long response. Fixed delays cause synchronized retry storms. Static timeouts and static token caps don't adapt. SDK standard mode is closer to fixed retry than adaptive. And caching completions for failures means returning stale responses to users. That's all 10 in Volume 2. So how did you do? 8 or more and you're in solid shape for the AI Practitioner exam. 7 or below, that's exactly why you're here. The trick now is you know where the traps are. Comment your score below. I want to see how everyone did. If you want the full experience, hundreds of questions just like these, with detailed explanations for every single answer, check out PrepMyCert.com. Lifetime access, 1 payment, full refund if you don't pass. The link is right there in the description. Go crush that exam.